Let me explain this the way I would explain it to my own family sitting around the kitchen table. Before we start, here's the mapping. The Walmart gift card represents the federal Arpa funds. The parent represents the previous administration. The canceled house represents the canceled housing project. Four Circles Development represents the housing developer. The attorney represents the reality the incoming administration inherited. Your savings account represents York taxpayers and local tax dollars. With that framework in mind, here's the story. Let's say it's January 1st, 2024. Your parent wins a contest and receives a $3,000 Walmart gift card. Everybody in the family gets excited, but Walmart says,
"Before we activate this gift card, there are rules. This is not a normal gift card. You cannot spend it anywhere in the store. You can only use it for certain approved purposes."
Then Walmart says,
"You have until December 31st, 2024 to tell us exactly what you're going to do with this money. We need to know exactly what project you're using it for. We need to know exactly where that project is located. We need to know exactly who is doing the work. We need to know exactly what is being purchased."
I'm building a 4-bedroom house for my family at 2102 South Penn Street. I'm using Four Circles Development as my contractor. These are the plans. These are the architectural drawings. These are the engineering studies. These are the construction costs. These are the household items and appliances that will go into the house.
but Walmart also makes something very clear.
We are not approving housing in general. We are not approving any house you might decide to build later. We are approving this house. We are approving this address. We are approving this contractor. We are approving these plans. We are approving this budget. You have until December 31st, 2024 to lock this project in. After December 31, 2024, you cannot change the project. You cannot change the address. You cannot switch contractors. You cannot decide to build 6 smaller houses instead. You cannot decide to build somewhere else. You cannot replace this project with a completely different project. The project approved by December 31st, 2024 is the project that remains approved.
The project becomes locked in, the 4-bedroom house, at 202 South Penn Street, using Four Circles Development, using those plans, using that budget. Now we move into 2025. The contractor starts working, architects draw plans, engineers complete studies, meetings take place, design work is completed. The contractor repeatedly asks your parent for the approvals needed to move to the next step. Everything is moving toward building the house. Then something changes. Your parent starts listening to a new boyfriend. The boyfriend doesn't care about building a house for the family.
The boyfriend keeps saying, "Why are you spending all this money building a house for your children? There's no money in that. If you use this opportunity to buy an apartment building instead, we can collect rent, we can make money, we can build equity, we can turn this into an investment."
The contractor keeps showing up asking for approvals. The contractor keeps waiting. The plans are finished. The engineering is finished. The architecture is finished. Everything is ready to move forward, but every time the contractor asks for the next approval, the boyfriend is in your parents' ear saying,
"Don't sign it. Wait. Let's think about something else. Maybe there's a better opportunity."
Months pass. More delays, more meetings, more excuses, more waiting. The contractor keeps spending time and effort preparing for the house your parent already told Walmart they were going to build. Then on December 10th, 2025, after months of delays, your parent sends a letter. The letter essentially says, "I don't want to build the house anymore. The project is canceled. The contractor is dismissed. The plans are abandoned. The process is terminated. The house that justified the gift card no longer exists." Then, shortly afterward, your parent passes away. After the funeral, the attorney handling the estate calls you in.
Your parent left you the $3,000 Walmart gift card.
Great. I'll finish building the house and use the gift card to buy the furniture, appliances, and everything else that was supposed to go inside.
But the attorney says,
No, you can't. You can still build the house if you want to use your own money, but you cannot use this gift card for that house. Before your parent passed away, they formally told Walmart they were canceling the project. They told Walmart they were no longer building the house. They canceled the contractor, they canceled the plans, they canceled the entire project. As far as Walmart is concerned, that house no longer exists. The project your parent originally submitted and had approved was terminated. And Walmart's deadline to create or approve a different project expired on December 31st, 2024. So you cannot call Walmart in 2026 and say you want to restart the house. You cannot substitute a different house. You cannot substitute a different address. You cannot substitute a different contractor. You cannot submit a completely new plan. That deadline passed more than a year ago. So while you are free to build a house with your own money, you cannot use this gift card to furnish that house because the approved project tied to this gift card was canceled by your parent before they passed away.
Then the attorney tells you,
you still have the $3,000 Walmart gift card, but you can only use it on things that fit Walmart's rules and that already exist. And there is one more thing you need to know. The gift card expires on December 31st, 2026. If you haven't used it by then, the money goes back to Walmart. You don't get an extension, you don't get extra time, you don't get to come back later and use it. December 31st, 2026 is the final deadline.
So, now you understand your situation. The house project your parent promised to build no longer exists. Walmart's deadline to create a different project expired on December 31st, 2024. And the gift card itself expires on December 31st, 2026. That means you cannot create a brand new project, you cannot restart the canceled project using the gift card, but you still have to find a legal way to use the gift card before it expires. Now you go home and look at your finances. You make about $60,000 a year. You've worked hard. You've been putting money aside. You already know your roof is leaking. You have a $500 electric bill coming. Your refrigerator is on its last leg. You promised Aunt Jackie you'd help buy her a television, and you've already set aside your own savings to pay for all of that. That's your money, your savings, your paycheck. Then you realize something. The Walmart gift card can legally be used for many of those same expenses. The roof repair, the refrigerator, the television, some of the things you were already planning to pay for. Now you have a choice. You can let the $3,000 gift card expire and lose it. Or you can use the gift card to pay expenses you were already going to pay from your savings account. So you use the gift card, the roof still gets fixed, the $500 electric bill still gets paid, Aunt Jackie still gets her television, the refrigerator still gets replaced, everything still gets done, nothing is lost, but now your savings account still has money in it. You protected your own money. How this applies to the real situation. How this applies to the real situation. That is exactly what happened here. Remember, the child in the story represents the new administration. The canceled house at 202 South Penn Street represents the canceled housing project. The $3,000 Walmart gift card represents the federal Arpa funds, and the savings account represents York taxpayers and local tax dollars. When this administration took office, it became the child sitting across from the attorney. It did not inherit a house under construction. It inherited a canceled house. The previous administration had already canceled the project, just as the parent in the story canceled the 4-bedroom house before passing away. The previous administration had already informed Walmart in our example that the project was no longer moving forward. As far as Walmart was concerned, the approved project no longer existed. But the gift card was still sitting there. Just like the child in the story, the new administration inherited a gift card that still had value, but also had rules and deadlines attached to it. The administration could not simply create a new house. It could not change the address. It could not change the contractor. It could not create a brand new project after December 31st, 2024 because that approval deadline had already passed. At the same time, the gift card still expired on December 31st, 2026. So the administration faced the same challenge the child faced. Use the gift card legally before it expired, or lose it. Remember the $500 electric bill? In the real world, that represents expenses the city was already obligated to pay, including police salaries and other operating costs that had already been approved in the budget. Remember the leaking roof? That represents infrastructure and capital expenses that already existed and already needed to be addressed. Remember Aunt Jackie's television? That represents other approved purchases and obligations that had already been planned and budgeted. Just like the child in the story had already set aside money from their savings account to pay those bills, York taxpayers had already set aside local tax dollars to pay those same obligations. Then the administration realized something: the federal gift card could legally pay for some of those expenses. So, instead of using York taxpayers' savings account, the administration used the federal gift card. The police officers still got paid. The services still got delivered. The obligations still got met. The roof still got fixed. Aunt Jackie still got her television. Nothing disappeared. Nothing was cut. Nothing was lost. But taxpayer dollars no longer had to cover those costs. The taxpayers' savings account stayed intact. That is the part many people miss. The administration did not take money away from an active housing project. That housing project had already been canceled. The administration inherited a canceled house and a gift card that was going to expire on December 31st, 2026. Its responsibility was to use that gift card legally before it expired. So instead of allowing the gift card to expire and go back to Walmart, the administration used it to pay bills that York taxpayers were already scheduled to pay. The result is exactly what happened in the story. The electric bill still got paid, the roof still got fixed, Aunt Jackie still got her television, but the family's savings account remained intact. In the real world, that means city services continued, obligations were met, police officers were paid, and York taxpayers kept more of their own money available for future priorities. That is what preserving taxpayer dollars looks like. The simplest summary. The simplest way to understand it is this. The previous administration canceled the house. The deadline to create a replacement house had already passed. The gift card was still available, so the administration used it to pay bills taxpayers were already going to pay and protected taxpayer dollars for future needs.